Most people think almost means they're close, almost finished, almost consistent, almost there. Sounds encouraging, doesn't it? It isn't. Almost is where progress goes to stall. Welcome to today's episode of the Achieve Your Apex podcast. I'm Chad Hyams, your voice of reason. And today we're talking about a word that quietly keeps you stuck. Almost. I'm almost disciplined. I'm almost focused. I'm almost committed. The word sounds harmless. It is not, because almost is a pattern, and patterns decide outcomes. Let's start with something really uncomfortable in today's episode. People rarely fail because they lack ability. They fail because they repeatedly stop short of their own standard. Almost finishing the workout, almost making those calls, almost keeping that promise. Almost actually becomes the habit, and habits build your identity. Researchers studying behavioral patterns at the University College of London found that habit formation depends less on intensity and far more on consistency of repetition. Not dramatic effort, repeated completion. In other words, the brain learns from what you finish, not what you start. And that matters. Because almost finishing teaches your brain something very specific. Stopping is acceptable. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Almost feels very productive. You worked hard. You moved forward. You got close. Your brain rewards effort even when the standard wasn't met. And that reward loop will keep the behavior alive, which means the gap between effort and completion stays open day after day, month after month. High performers operate differently. They close that gap, not with motivation, with standards. A standard removes negotiation. A standard defines completion. A standard answers the question before the moment even arises. What counts and what doesn't? Think about this in simple terms. The standard is workout almost counts. If the standard is finish the session, almost disappears. If the standard is make the sales calls, almost disappears. If the standard is ship the work, almost disappears. Almost only survives where the line is blurry. That's the real issue. Most people operate with blurry standards. High performers operate with defined lines. The line removes debate. Once the line exists, the decision is simple. You either cross it or you don't. Let's make this practical. Pick one area in your life right now where almost shows up. Is it your health? It's where mine is right now. Almost lost the weight I want. Is it your business? Is it your communication? Is it your discipline? Now ask yourself a better question. Not, how do I improve this? Ask, what behavior makes success undeniable? One behavior, one line to cross, one completion point. Define it clearly. My dad always used to say to me that almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. You may have heard it before. I guess you get a point if you almost hit the post in Horseshoes. And you can be sure I don't want to be almost near where a grenade goes off. Now, once you've defined clearly that behavior that makes success undeniable, go do something powerful. Repeat that behavior daily for the next 30 days. No speeches, no dramatic overhaul, no Facebook post saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. Just completion. The brain respects patterns. Patterns install identity. Identity stabilizes performance. Here's the truth most people miss. Almost feels close. In reality, almost is distance disguised as progress. Closing that distance requires one decision. Finish the behavior every time. Don't almost drink the right amount of water every day. Don't almost run however far you're going to run. Don't almost make those dials you said you would make. If you said you were going to make 50, the standard is 50. If you almost made 50 and end up at 40, start doing the math. That's 50 a week you missed. That's like taking one of those days off. Now add that up over a month or over a year and see how much you're missing because of almost. Let me leave you with this. High performers don't celebrate starting. They normalize finishing. And that shift will change everything. Because success rarely hides in dramatic breakthroughs. It hides in completed standards. Daily, quietly, repeated, almost is a decision. Completion is also a decision. Choose the one that builds your apex. And as always, keep climbing.